officials. We've already done that here at Abingdon High School, but we want to make sure that we communicate across the division. If those folks would wave or stand when we call your name. Our Washington County Board of Supervisor, Saul Hernandez. Washington County Public School Board Member, Crystal Rasnick. Senator Todd Pillion. Delegate Israel O'Quinn. Washington County Sheriff Blake Andis. Abingdon Police Chief John Holbrook. Commissioner of Revenue April Crabtree. Commonwealth Attorney Josh Cumbo. And from UVA at Wise, Chancellor Donna Henry. We also want to recognize those individuals that are attending today's convocation at our other high schools. Washington County Board of Supervisors Mike Rush, Wayne Stevens, and Dwayne Ball. School board members Debbie Anderson, Dr. Lee Brannon, Sanders Henderson, Dr. Sandy Frederick, Jenny Nichols, and Adam Wilson. Washington County Sheriff's Department, Captain Billy Nichols. From the Virginia State Police, Sergeant Mike Willis. Damascus Police Chief Kermit Turner. Damascus Town Manager Chris Bell. Damascus Mayor Katie Lamb. From the Bristol, Virginia Police Department, Chief Byron Ashbrook and Major Darrell Milligan. And from King University, Dean Dr. Donna Watson. We also want to take this time to recognize all our school resource officers from the Washington County Sheriff's Department and Abingdon Town Police. I know a lot of those folks had to step out for a training this morning, but all those folks deserve a round of a hand. We appreciate them greatly. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules. We greatly appreciate you being here this morning and for your continuing partnership and support to our schools. Now, at this time, I would like to invite Mike Rush, Vice Chair of the Washington County Board of Supervisors, to the podium at Patrick Henry High School to share a message. Thank you.
Hello, I bring greeting from the Board of Supervisors on behalf of Chairman Randy Pennington, who couldn't be with us today. I'm Vice Chair Mike Rush and past Chairman of the Board of Supervisors, past Chairman of Washington County School Board, as a matter of fact. Professor Emeritus from the Virginia Community College System and past Professor of Teacher Ed for VI, Emory and Henry, Bluefield College, Virginia Tech. So I've got evidence that I've been committed to education for a long, long time. I want to underscore the Board of Supervisors' commitment to education first. The majority of county budget supports capital projects, salaries, operations, and special needs of the schools. And I also want to encourage you to continue the high level of performance you've achieved individually and collectively, as evidenced in Dr. Perrigin's presentation to the supervisors a couple of months ago. This school system, I understand, on common measures ranks 8th out of some 130 school systems in the state of Virginia. That's amazing. And you should be proud of that. And I wish you'd give yourselves a hand for that, please. Dr. Perrigin has a strong and persuasive approach to the Board of Supervisors, as evidenced by getting everything he asked for. Chairman Randy Pennington, and from Chairman Randy Pennington and from me and from the Washington County Board of Supervisors, we wish you a blessed year. And I wish that you'll look up tonight. There's a planetary alignment of Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. That's an event that's once in a zillion years or something like that. So look up tonight. Hey, best wishes for a great year. Thank you from the Board of Supervisors.
Good morning. It is my honor to welcome all of you to the start of the new school year. Whether you're a teacher, administrator, nurse, support staff, or part of our transportation, school nutrition, or maintenance teams, your role is essential, and we are truly grateful for the incredible work you do each and every day. As we come together this morning, I want to remind you that what we do goes beyond the classroom. It's about inspiring, guiding, and shaping the futures of our students. The impact you have on their lives is immeasurable, and your dedication is what makes Washington County Public Schools so special. I have a little demonstration that I want to leave with you today. Byron, would you please see? All right, here is a brand new $100 bill. You're going to have children that walks in your room. First of all, how many of you all, if I was to give this away, would take this? Okay, all right. All right, now, you're going to have children that come in fresh, clean, and ready to go. Okay. How many of you all would like this? Sure, I crumbled it up. Why? All right, now, how many want that? Why? It's still $100 bill. Now, you're going to have children come in ready to go that has parents and family that is supportive. Then you're going to have children walk in like this. No supplies. Had to get themselves up and come to school. You know, the reason this one and this is the same is that every child in our Washington County school system has a value, regardless of clean, ready to go, or needs that extra love. So we know this year will bring challenges, But we also know that we are a strong, resilient team. As we begin the school year, I encourage you to carry the lesson of the $100 bill with you. See each student not just for who they are, but for all they can become. Thank you for everything you do to make Washington County Schools one of the best school systems in Virginia. Let's make this year one of growth, opportunity, and success for every student. Now, in the spirit of embracing innovation and in honor of one of our school board's focus goals for 2025 and 26, we thought we'd try something a little different. The next part of our program was actually developed by and will be delivered by artificial intelligence. It seems fitting because our next speaker is passionate about the future, about finding smarter ways to support our students, and about bringing bold ideas like AI into the classrooms and schools in meaningful ways. All right. We are going to simply type in the prompt, introduce Keith Perigin to the staff at Convocation, and now let's see the results.
Good morning, Washington County teachers and staff. My name is, well, let's just say I'm your friendly AI assistant. I've been asked to do something that even I know is a big deal. Introduce someone who needs no introduction. Your superintendent isn't just a leader. He's one of you. He's a proud product of this region, a tireless champion for public education, and someone who shows up every day with one simple goal: to do what's best for kids. He knows what it means to serve in a rural community. He's walked these halls, ridden these buses, and cheered in these bleachers. He values your work, he trusts your hearts, and he never forgets that our schools only succeed because of the people in this room. So whether you're a first-year teacher or a 30-year veteran, know this: your leader believes in you. Please welcome your superintendent, Dr. Keith Perigin.
So, got a little feedback there. So, even artificial intelligence mispronounces my name. That's just part of it. I would like to say thank you to the Board of Supervisors for providing Ms. Anderson with those $100 bills, Mr. Hernandez, and those of you at the other sites. Thank you very much for that. Welcome to everyone here at Abingdon High School. Welcome to what we hope to be the best school year that we've ever had in Washington County. Also, welcome to our friends at Patrick Henry High School. We have all of our middle school staff there at Patrick Henry. And also welcome to our friends at John Battle. That's where all of our elementary folks are stationed today. I think you can see already that this is going to be a convocation much different than those that we've had in the past for a lot of reasons. Even with the introduction from Ms. Anderson that Ms. Anderson provided through artificial intelligence, you know, artificial intelligence is here, whether we like it or not, it's here. I saw a news report just last night that talked about the droves of Gen Zers who are leaving white-collar jobs or heading towards blue-collar jobs because AI, it's hard to replace a blue-collar job with artificial intelligence. But I think, you know, we have to keep our eye on the ball and make sure that our students are using AI appropriately if they're using it at all. But I think we can also look for ways to make our jobs easier and better so that we can serve those students, and we'll go on that journey together. I would also just like to take a second to hit on Mr. Lambert's introduction of our elected officials. We could not do what we do without the support of those folks. And so whether it's Delegate O'Quinn, who has truly a tireless advocate for public education, or Senator Pillion or our relationship with the Board of Supervisors and our school board. Without those folks, we could not do all the things that we do. And so I'd like to turn to the cameras at John Battle High School. Oh, they've already turned it. Look at that, right on cue. And you'll notice that their seats at John Battle are different than the seats that you're sitting in here today. And so those seats are fully cushioned. The auditorium's been completely revamped. I'm told that those seats at Washington County have a 3 to 5 hour comfort time, whereas, so that should go really well today because I've got a really long speech. And whereas the seats that you're sitting here at Abingdon High School and at Patrick Henry probably have a 3 to 5 minute comfort time too. So that actually, by this time next year, all 4 high school auditoriums are going to look like John Battle. And that would not happen without the great partnership that we have with our Board of Supervisors and with our school board. Our school board sets the agenda and our Board of Supervisors works along with us to make sure that happens. So for all of our elected officials that make it happen here in Washington, oh, and another thing too, did we happen to tell you that Washington County Public Schools is among the highest paid in custodians, maintenance, clerical, teachers, cafeteria staff, bus drivers, every single area at every single step of the scale, we are among the highest paid in our region because our board wants to recruit and retain the very best in everything that we do. And on top of that, we definitely have the best employee benefit package of anybody in our area, maybe in the entire state. So let's put our hands together for our Board of Supervisors and our school board for making that happen. So, you know, we are going to celebrate some of our successes. You've already heard, you know, Washington County, every year we're among the highest performing school division in the entire Commonwealth. We have so many options and programs for our students, and we really set the bar for other folks all across our region and all across the Commonwealth. And we'll celebrate some of that as I go through my remarks today. But really what we'd like to do is set the tone for this upcoming school year. And so as you can tell already, Convocation is going to be a little bit different. And for those of you that are sitting there, and I know you are, who are saying, oh my gosh, can you believe Pearson is making us sit through this, especially in these hard seats that only 3 to 5 minute comfort. I need to be in my classroom getting things ready. Bear with me. Hopefully today we'll have an opportunity to collaborate together, to get back together after a long summer, and we also leave here with a common goal and a common vision to make sure that we take care of our students. So I promise you, if you'll work alongside me, we'll get you out here really quickly so you can do exactly that. You can go work with your groups where you can have some real good planning and learning time, and then eventually get back to your classroom so that you can get ready for our students who will be here later in the week. So at this time, we're going to have a couple of events that are very non-typical for a convocation. And so those participants in the first event, if you'll start to come forward, we'll go ahead and start getting the stage set up here. And while they come up, all of our high school principals will start coming up. We'll get the stage set up. Delegate O'Quinn is going to come up and he's going to deliver a few words as well.
Well, good morning. It's great to be able to be here with you, excited for another school year, and always, as I say, so honored to be able to represent our part of the Commonwealth, an area that no matter where you stand in Southwest Virginia, you're closer to 6, 7, 8, or 9 other state capitals than we are to our own. But excited for another school year. I know that, as was alluded to earlier, that Washington County has every opportunity to be the #1 school system in the entire Commonwealth. And I don't just mean #1 in your hearts. I mean #1 on the list of 130 plus school divisions in Virginia. But as I said at the new teacher convocation a couple of days ago, I am a firm believer that for your school system to fire on all 8 cylinders, you have to have your administration, your school board, your Board of Supervisors, and your legislative delegation all on the same page. It's not a requirement, but boy, it sure helps. And we have that here in Washington County where we work together to make sure that our school system is the best that it can possibly be. We made big strides in K-12 education at the state level. Our K-12 budget's up 45% over the last 3 budget cycles. We've shored up the state retirement system so that that's there, and there's no danger there. put over $3 billion in school construction and modernization, which you're starting to see here in the county. And really, our schools are safer than ever with the physical upgrades and the great relationship that we have with the Sheriff's Office and the Police Department, with one of the finest SRO programs that you're going to find anywhere in Virginia. So we are geared up for a exciting and full school year. You can count on us to be a partner all the way through. I look forward to seeing you in your schools. I make it a point to be in all 36 schools in our House District every single year. So I look forward to being out and about, seeing you and hearing from you what we can do at the state level to try to make our education system the best that it can possibly be. So without further ado, I will now hush and we can get on with the program.
Quinn, while you're here, would you mind to help us out with this next event? We've got 5 people. We really need 6.
This is not the kind of help that you said you were going to be asking
Thatcher,
for.
does he have time? Does he have time to stick around? He does?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
Thanks for selling me
Thatcher. I
out.
appreciate that. So if you'll come right over here with this group of 5 people, Delegate O'Quinn. All right, here we go. All right, so do we have anybody in the room that likes to watch the night? Do teachers stay up that late? Does staff stay up that late that watch the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon? Anybody? Okay, so, well, let me tell you about one of the things they do on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. They do something called egg roulette. Has anybody ever seen egg roulette on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon? All right, guys in the back, would y'all mind to go ahead and give our audience an idea of what's getting ready to happen? So I think it's going to be an excellent convocation. So if we can, everybody will come have your seat. Dr. Duncan, Ms. Cumbo, right here. There you go. Mr. King, Delegate O'Quinn, right there in the middle, and Gabe and Scott Keith. Welcome back, Scott Keith. This is how we welcome you back to Washington County. All right, and hopefully, all right, we got our other folks stationed. So we're going to do this a little bit differently than Jimmy Fallon does it. We're going to actually, because we're doing this at 3 sites, we're going to do a countdown, and both contestants, all pairs are going to do it at the same time. And the winner of each pair is the person who doesn't get egged twice. So the first person to get egged twice is the loser for that group. All right, Delegate O'Quinn, where are you going? All right, I thought he was trying to get out of here. All right, so it looks like Dr. King there at John Battle, can you get everybody ready? Give me a shake of the head if they're ready at Battle. All right, got a head shake there. And Miss Burke there at Patrick Henry, everybody ready to go up there? All right, so here's what we're going to do. Everybody's going to pick an egg. Each of the pairs is going to pick an egg. And then I'm going to do a countdown of 3, 2, 1, crack. Okay? Again, and so then we'll go through that until each team has had somebody. Has she got a hairnet on? Does she get that? Oh my. Oh, she must have a faculty meeting this afternoon. All right. So everybody get your eggs. It looks like we're getting the eggs. All right. There we go. Oh, this is going to be excellent. All right, here we go. All right, ready. Everybody ready at John Battle? Everybody ready at Patrick Henry? I think we're ready here. All right, I'm going to do a countdown, and on crack, then you'll crack the egg on your head. Hopefully, they're all hard-boiled. Ready? 3, 2, 1, crack! Wait a minute. Oh, hard-boiled? Dr. Duncan, that did not even get on your head. Oh, come on. We got to go on the top of the head here. How did it work over there? On top of the head, guys. This is forehead stuff. You'll get a concussion. Is Mr. Bussey in here today? All right, Mr. Bussey, in case we have any concussions, we may need you. All right, pick your second egg. So we've got Dr. Duncan had one. Anybody else on that side get an egg? All right. So Dr. Duncan's down 1. All right, here we go. Round 2. Everybody, they're still getting eggs up there. Mr. Colston's shaking his egg. I don't know if you can hear it or not. He's giving it a shot. Of course, there's Miss Nunley and Miss Willis fighting as always. All right. All right, here we go. Everybody have their eggs. On 3, 2, 1, crack. Oh, he made it. He made it. All right, good job. Good job. Okay. All right, we're gonna make it. So, anybody got cracked here? Oh, Jimmy. Y'all are not. Y'all got like the top of the head. That's where it's at. That makes it fun. All right, here we go. So, round 3, we're going to shake it up a little bit. Round 3, we're going to shake it up a little bit. All right, everybody listen. If you're at PH or John Battle, listen as well. So round 3, you know, it's important in public education that we got to take care of each other, right? So we're going to do the round 3 as I got your back. If anybody in the audience would like to come in and take an egg for just round 3 only, for somebody that's up on this stage, please come forward at this time. Anybody, any volunteers for I got your back? Oh my! Oh man! Whoa. Oh my gosh! Anybody? Do we have? Oh wait, we got some folks at the elementary level. Here they come. All right, middle school. Oh, look at there! All right, look at. Now there we go. Mr. Clark's got his back here. All right. There we go. Mr. Greening, here he comes. All right. Woo! All righty now. Okay. All right. Look, everybody from the Holston High School is coming up. The whole team. Look at there. Oh, my goodness. It looks like, well, of course, our Miss Monty Abbas, our new assistant principal, I guess, is feeling guilty since she just got hired. She's going to stand in for Dr. Duncan. All right. Who? Oh, Thatcher. Where you at, brother? Oh, my gosh. Look at you may be, hey, Delegate O'Quinn, you may need a new legislative aid. I'm just saying.
He sold me out.
Look at, there you go. Carter Harlow's going to step up. There, look at there. I bet that means some more school construction money is going to Holston High School. What do you think? There we go. All right, everybody ready? Here we go. On 3. Everybody, wait. Get your egg. Everybody get your egg. Top of the head, remember. These principals are a little bit wimpy. All right, here we go. On 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, they're out? Okay. All right, we got winners right here. Good job, Abingdon High School. There you go. Yeah, all right, thank you. You make it. All right, you guys can go back. We got a towel there for you. All right. Custodians at all 3 locations, we're going to help you get this cleaned up. Don't worry. We got your back. All right, so we're down to 2 groups here, Delegate O'Quinn and Mr. King, and then we have Mr. Keith and Mr. Long. Any eggs, we got 1 egg and 1 egg. The next raw egg here is a loser. Any raw eggs here? We got 1 for Mr. Blackburn. Any for here at Neff Center have any raw eggs? Okay. All right, go ahead and pick your egg. And we're going to add another twist. For those of you that were a little slow about supporting your principal, the next round is going to be phone a friend. So everybody on stage that's still left on stage can pick somebody from the audience to come take an egg for them. So at our other 2 locations, you guys pick somebody there, and then we got pick a location. Now they don't have, keep in mind, they don't have to phone a friend, but they certainly can. So here we go. Go ahead and phone your friend, everybody.
Neff Center, I would like Mr. Greer to come up.
Oh! All right, there's Gene Greer from the Neff Center. What about here at Holston High School?
He'll kill me. Miss Callie.
Oh, Miss, she had his back, and now she's phoning a friend. I don't know about that, y'all. Come on in. Delegate O'Quinn, are you taking it on your own, or are you calling somebody? Let me skip to Mr. King. Mr. King? Susan Davenport. There we go. All right. Miss Davenport. Delegate O'Quinn?
My friend Mr. Gray trying to...
Oh, Travis Gray. All right. There you go. I know, listen, all you guys out there saying, I need to be in my classroom, just hold on. I promise there's a message in the madness. I promise that. Hang tight. All right, so we got one over here with 0 here, right? And we got 1 and 1. Next raw egg here is a loser. All right, here we go. Everybody pick your egg. We don't have all day. Pick one, Mr. Gray. All right, everybody ready? At 3, 2, 1, crack! Oh, look at there. Yeah, all right, y'all are excused. Look at there. And you just gained favor with your principal and with Delegate O'Quinn. There you go. Of course, all right, everybody back to their seat. We're looking for one more here. Mr. Keith, Mr. Long, head on back. No more twists. Right here. Oh, yeah, we got 4 more eggs to crack. Allegedly. How'd y'all end up with fewer eggs? Something's going on over here. All right, pick your eggs. Remember, after one group has had 2 cracked eggs, they are off the stage. Or they can stay on the stage, but they don't have to crack any more eggs. Down to 1 at PH. Looks like we're dwindling down at the elementary level too. Everybody have their eggs. Dr. King, anybody left at John Battle? They froze. Nope. Oh, we got a couple left there at John. All right, last group, Mr. Matlock and Miss Fletcher, still left with the middle school level. And looks like we have a couple groups left at Battle. They're covering their pants up. All right, here we go. All right, everybody go ahead and pick your egg. We're down to 2 groups. All right, here we go. You ladies have your eggs. Miss Puckett, Miss Nunley, you have your eggs? Got your eggs? All right. All right, here we go. On 3, 2, 1, crack. Oh! And we have another winner, Scott Keith with the Career Technical Center. All right. How'd you guys do? You can't eat it, Mr. King. You know, y'all may have noticed our leadership team are wearing these brown shirts. It's kind of our bean theme today. Somebody said that Mr. King looked like a UPS driver, but not the hot one. All right, last group here. You guys pick an egg. We're down to 1 group everywhere. Y'all need some more eggs? I can get some more. All right, here we go. All right, so we got 1 and 1, right? Next egg's a loser.
I think we're going to tie.
Yeah. Well, that'd be great. All right, here we go. All right, ready? Here we go. On 3, 2, 1, crack. Oh! Delegate O'Quinn made it out unscathed. Put your hands together for Delegate O'Quinn. All right. All right, now we got one more group. We got one more group at the middle school ready to go. Okay, here we go. All right, you guys ready? On 3, 2, 1, crack. It looks like Mr. Matlock was the winner for the middle school group. Who was the winner there at John Battle? Do we have a winner down there? Miss Puckett, congratulations. Let's put our hands together for those good sports. All right. So now we had a lot of participation in that event. So we got one more event, and principals have picked groups to participate in the next event. We're going to have a mashed potato race. Anybody ever seen a mashed potato race? All right, well, you're getting ready to see a bunch of them. We're going to do that at every site. So if your principal has told you to be ready to participate in an event today, you guys come on up to the front, and we'll be getting our mashed potato race ready. Yeah, and in case any members of the Board of Supervisors is worried about us wasting money on eggs or potatoes, I'm paying for that, so it's all good. No worries. All right, so if whatever your school is, let's go ahead and have Holston High School right here. Let's have John Battle High School right here. Patrick Henry High School right here on this side of the curtain. John Battle right here, and then where's it? And Career and Technical Center. Oh, did I forget Abingdon? All right. Well, y'all figure it out here. We might need to slide down to make room for one more team here. CT right here. You guys line up this way. We're going to line up this way. All right. There we go. Mr. King, would you help me get 5 chairs up here at the front? All right, so you're the first one, right? Right. All right, you're going to be sitting right here facing that way. How many? This way? All right. Is this my Abingdon High School team, you guys right here? Y'all need 2 more here, it looks like. Y'all going to be in trouble if not. Who's going to be my front lead here? You're the catcher? Right here. If you're the catcher.
I'm going to pick it up with my hands and hand it off first.
Okay, gotcha. There you go. There's our catcher. There you go. Everybody get in between. So the way this works is we have a bucket of mashed potatoes at the back of the screen. We have to do a relay to the front of the screen, and the first team to get 3 loads of mashed potatoes into the bucket at the front is the winner. Then it's over. The key is the first person who's sitting at the bucket has to hand it off in their hands to somebody with a spoon, and the spoon has to hand it off to a spoon, and then the last spoon has to throw it into the bucket with the spoon. If you drop the mashed potatoes, you got to start all over at the beginning, and then we got one person who's going to coach everybody along. So there you go. Don't fall off the stage. All right, there we go. Everybody in their locations. So you head on back there if you're handing the potatoes off. All right, who's the coach for this group? Mr. Gray's the coach. You starting the potatoes? All right, here we go. All right, you're starting the potatoes? All right, there we go. All right. Everybody ready?
Do we need to have it on the chair?
We need a catcher.
We need another chair and a bucket.
Oh, another chair and a bucket. All right, well, it looks like we're short a bucket. So, you guys, look at there. Yes, we got another bucket. We don't have enough potatoes, though. All right, here we go. There's your bucket. There's your bucket. There you go. Get you a chair right here. We got it. We got it. There we go. Here we go. Let me have one of these buckets right here.
Absolutely.
And we'll bring. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. There we go. All right. This person uses their hands. These 2 people use a spoon. And we need one coach. All right. There you go. Everybody ready? Y'all let me know how y'all are doing at Patrick. There we go. All right. Here we go. Everybody ready? Is everybody ready at John Battle and Patrick Henry? All right. The first team to get 3 scoops. Now you got to throw it. This last one, no dipping. You got to throw it. So you guys keep your bucket in your lap. There you go. Good. Yeah, right there. You can move it on your lap. It's got to stay on your lap. Back up just a little bit here. Keep it all fair. All right. And for those of you who are really complaining now, I promise there's a message to the madness. All right. Everybody ready? Middle school's ready. High school's ready. How we doing elementary? Y'all ready? Yes. Hands up if you're ready. Elementary's ready. All right. Here we go. On 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, look at there. There you go. All right. Oh, one. We got one right here. Oh. All right, how we doing? 3, and we got a winner. The team from Abingdon High. Oh, y'all. Well, okay, we're going to have to do it again. It's a showdown. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I think Abingdon High School was the winner here with a bad. Whoa, they did. We had a tie. John Bell. All right. Listen, everybody gets the same prize. Yeah, that's right. All right. Thank you guys very much for participating. Yeah, y'all just take everything to the back of the stage. Yes, sir. Oh, I fell right for it. Oh, man. There we go. They got me. Careful where you step. We don't want any workers' comp claims. No, we'll get it. We'll get it here. Hey, let's give them all a round of applause. How we doing? Yeah. All right. Yeah, that'd be good. Yep, you're ready. We're ready to go. All right. Looks like we're still finishing up at the elementary school group. I'm going to try not to step in these potatoes right here. Well, that was a messy group over here. Was that Holston? All right. How we doing there at the elementary? We got a winner? They're developing a lesson plan, I bet. They're high-fiving, so I think they're about done. Dr. King, are we about done there at John Battle? Can they hear me, Mr. Puckett? All right, they're exiting the stage. All right. So I promise that we're not just here wasting your time. Everything that we have tried to do today includes a message. And you know, oftentimes in public education, really in our daily lives, we often experience times of trouble. We get ourselves in hot water. No matter what we do, there's always that opportunity to be thrown into a hot bath or a hot pot of boiling water. If you don't believe me that this happens everywhere, invite 91,000 of your closest friends and family to a racetrack to have a baseball game and see if it rains. But you know, the folks at Bristol Motor Speedway and Major League Baseball, they could have just given up right from the get-go, but they didn't. They made it work, and it ended up being a great weekend. In public education, we have our challenges just like that too. So when we experience that hot water, that's time to cue up. I think they're having some issues. There we go. As we cue up the hot water, there we go. Sometimes, you know what happens if you put a hard potato into a boiling pot of water? What happens? Oh, yeah, it gets mushy, right? The potato softens. Oh, we lost it again. All right, so the potato softens. And however, it's very different when you put a raw egg or a non-boiled egg into the hot water, because what happens to the egg? The egg gets harder. But what I want to encourage all of us to do as we experience those moments of hot water in our personal lives, in our professional lives, is to be like a coffee bean. Because what happens when you put a coffee bean in a bottle or in a pot of hot boiling water? The bean changes the water. The bean is not changed. The bean changes the water. The water's still hot. The water's still boiling, but the bean reacts differently than the potato or the egg. The bean changes the water. And I know that throughout the course of the year, if you've been in Washington County for the last couple of years, you know that you'll see me around. And I do that purposely. But number one, I want to have my thumb on the pulse. But number two, I want to see all the great things that are happening in Washington County Public Schools so I can be a good advocate when I talk to our delegates and our senators and our Board of Supervisors about the needs of our division. And as I go around Washington County Public Schools, I see all kinds of folks who act like the coffee bean. And what I want to encourage everybody today to do is for you to be a bean. And so in order to give you some examples of how we're already doing that, I'm going to recognize some coffee bean employees today. Some employees who have experienced problems or situations, whether it be in their personal life or their professional life, but they have not acted like the potato, and they've not acted like the egg and gotten hard. They've not acted like the potato and gotten soft. They have acted like the coffee bean, and they've changed the water. So today, I want to recognize some coffee bean employees. All right, there we go. And so Jason will move on to the next slide. And so, first of all, let me tell you what coffee bean employees do. Coffee bean employees provide love and accountability. You know, those two things can happen at the same time. I would like to ask Lawrence Cox and Andrew Greer to come up to the stage for just a moment. You know, love and accountability don't have to live in isolation. They can live in the same place. Andrew was a senior at Holston High School last year, and Andrew will tell you, that's good, you're good right there, guys. I don't want you to slip and fall on the potatoes. And Andrew will be the first to tell you, he didn't have the most exemplary permanent record. Y'all have all heard that, this will go down on your permanent record. Andrew's wasn't the best in the world. His 9th grade year, chronically absent. 10th grade year, chronically absent. 11th grade year, chronically absent. And that's just one part of his permanent record. There were other things on there as well too, and Andrew will be the first to tell you. And you know, Mr. Cox could have said, that's a lost cause, I'm not going to fool with Andrew, but he didn't. He decided that he was going to invest in Andrew. He went as far as to make Andrew the manager of the greenhouse at Holston High School. And that was a place where Andrew was able to thrive. Andrew managed an entire production of lettuce that was sold even at Food City stores and across our region that came right out of Holston High School. Andrew directly supervised that. He was in charge of the greenhouse from top to bottom to make sure it stayed clean and everything was where it was supposed to go. And he excelled in that role because it was a role where there was love and accountability. Andrew didn't get a free pass. Andrew had to live up to the task that Mr. Cox gave him. And so this past school year, guess what? Andrew missed 4 days of school, and that's because he was deathly sick and he wanted to be there those days. To top it all off, at our last school board meeting, we hired Andrew as the nighttime custodian at Holston High School. Let's put your hands together. So, Mr. Cox, thank you very much for investing in Andrew. Andrew, good luck to you, brother. Thank you. So coffee bean employees are also demanding without being demeaning. And you can do both of those as well. You know, sometimes black coffee can be a little bit strong. That's how I like mine. But some people have to have a little bit of cream and sugar with their coffee. Some people like to have a little additional flavoring like our baristas offered to you in the hallway today. That's the only way that they can enjoy coffee. So show of hands, how many like your coffee black? How many like a little cream and or sugar? How many like to have all those special flavorings that you can find? All right? So as you can see, just looking around that room, we're all different in how we like our coffee, but we're all different in how we approach our relationships too. And we need to remember that with our students. We need to remember that as we're working with our colleagues and those people that we supervise for our administrators. Because You know, some people can take that stern, strong conversation, but some people need a little cream of sugar with it. And some people actually need you to add the cocoa, latte, mente, all the things. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you what nobody needs and nobody wants. Nobody needs and wants sarcasm. Nobody wants that. So as we're interacting with each other and we're interacting with our students, let's keep that in mind. Because we can be demanding without being demeaning. But Coffee Bean employees also turn challenges into opportunity. Every one of us, everybody in this room, at Patrick Henry, at John Battle, has dealt with difficult situations in our lives. Oftentimes, the biggest difference is how we react to those difficult times. So at this time, I would like to ask Carla Worley to go on stage at John Battle High School. Carla Worley, if you don't know her, she's a teacher at Valley Institute Elementary School. In the not so recent past, she lost a loved one whose deep love for animals and his beloved dog was evident to the entire community. Rather than allowing that loss to only serve as a painful memory, Carla honored her loved one by creating a project-based learning opportunity that not only celebrates his memory, but also gives students a meaningful, hands-on way to learn and to give back to our community. Ms. Worley began a PBL called the Bulldog Bakery, a now annual tradition at Valley Institute. The project allows students to participate in a thematic unit full of engaging read-alouds, vocabulary growth, visits from guest speakers, math integrations such as graphing and measuring, and a service learning component that includes making homemade dog treats and collecting supplies for the Washington County Animal Shelter, and this happens across the entire school at Valley Institute. Students deliver the supplies themselves, connecting their classroom learning to the real world and spreading kindness in our community. This year, Carla was also able to use her painful loss to help a student who had a parent who tragically passed away during the school year because she was able to be empathetic, offer a loving shoulder to cry on and to lean on, supporting this grieving family, and consistently encourage them through one of the hardest times in their lives, helping them to find some sense of normalcy and amid the heartbreak. Coffee Bean employees, as I say, turn challenges into opportunities, and Carla Worley is a shining example of this. She transformed personal grief into something beautiful and impactful, not just for herself, but for her students, her school, and her community. Please put your hands together for Carla Worley. Coffee Bean employees serve with optimism. If you've been around me much at all, I think you know I'm a very optimistic leader, and I believe that the greatest gift that we can give our students is the gift of hope. As we serve so many of our students, but especially our toughest students, we must believe in what their best possible outcome can be. It may not be the same outcome that we expect for our student who is thriving, but we do have to expect the best possible outcome possible for each individual student. And you know, when we don't, students sense it. Whether we verbalize it or not, students know whether we believe in them or not. And so I encourage you, as you serve our students this school year, regardless of what your role is with Washington County Public Schools, is that you serve with optimism. But Coffee Bean employees also, there's a lot to, if you want to be a Coffee Bean employee, it takes a lot. But you also think differently. You think outside the box. When problems arise, you don't always look at them the same way. If you've ever experienced a car rider line in Washington County Public Schools, especially at our elementary and our middle school, but even at our high schools as well, they can be a significant pain point. At this time, I would like to ask Joe Gott to head to the stage at Patrick Henry High School. So if you don't know Joe, you ought to get to know him. Joe's a great guy. He is a custodian at Wallace Middle School. He was actually a student at Wallace Middle School. He's been part of Washington County for a long time. You know, I've heard many complaints about those car rider lines, but very seldom, almost never really, do I ever hear a solution that comes along with it. But you know, that's one of the reasons that I try to be present and visible in our schools, is so I can have conversations like the one that I had with Joe. As I was walking down the hall, he grabbed me by the arm and said, "Hey, I'd like to talk to you about something." And so I thought, Joe needed a different cleaning supply or, wanted to change his work hours. But no, Joe came to me and said, I think I can make the car rider line at Wallace Middle School better. He came to me and he had this presentation of sorts, and evidently Washington County Public Schools owns some property across from Wallace Middle School. He had the idea that if we moved our bus parking across the street, that we could open up room in our parking lot to have additional car rider space, but also the added bonus was to have additional parking. That happened because Joe Gott thought about things differently. He thought outside the box. That car rider line has been a problem at Wallace Middle School for a long time, but Joe Gott had the solution. And so if you've been by Wallace Middle School and you look across the road, you'll see there's construction going on. In the very near future, that problem at Wallace Middle School is going to get better, and it's because of Joe Gott. Let's put our hands together for Joe. I almost feel like a preacher now, so if you feel convicted, I can't help it. But you know what? Coffee Bean employees participate in gossip, positive gossip. And so I want to challenge everybody in this room, everybody at John Battle, and everybody at Patrick Henry to challenge yourself to do this year. When somebody comes to you and they're gossiping about somebody else, turn the tables, flip the tables, change the narrative. By listening to the negative gossip, you enable it to continue to move on. And so I'm going to ask everybody in this room and the other two rooms at the other schools, let's change that narrative. And I'm going to even show you how to do it. Are y'all ready? Here's an example. This is going to happen today. Can you believe that Peregrine made us sit in those hard chairs through all that nonsense? All that is ridiculous. I needed to be in my classroom. Well, bless his heart. He can't help it. Remember, he went to our schools. We trained him up. But you know what? At least there was a positive message in that convocation, and we're going to get out of there earlier than we ever have before. So see how easy that is? We can flip the narrative. We can change it. Don't listen to that negative gossip. Don't participate in it. By listening to it, you encourage it. Let's change that narrative as well. Coffee Bean, y'all put the camera back on me. Good job, guys. Hey, let's put our hands together for our tech team here at Abingdon, John Battle and Patrick Henry, Jason Lester, Stephen Puckett, all the guys there. To be able to do this so you have a comfortable convocation and don't have all the traffic issues afterwards, it can't happen without their hard work. They're definitely examples of Coffee Bean employees. Coffee Bean employees also roll up their sleeves instead of wringing their hands. At this time, I'd like to ask Brad Ricker, Travis Gray, Carter Harlow, Chris Akers, Gabe Long, Brent Mossholder. They're here with us today to come up on stage. And then we have Ryan Nutter from E.B. Stanley. He's at Patrick Henry. B.J. Lastly, if you'll come up with us. And Brian Johnson, we invited him back. Is he here? Well, Brian Johnson should be here with us today, too. So at our annual leadership retreat, we actually give an award for the mistake of the year. We want to encourage, we do, we certainly do. We want to encourage folks to be innovative and to be risk takers and try to do things that maybe aren't normal, the way that we do things normally, because oftentimes even when we make mistakes, that's how we learn. We can get better from it. And so these guys, put your hands together for the 2025 Mistake of the Year award winners. All right. And let me tell you about the mistake that they made. We all go back to the fall, and I'm sure that we remember how impactful Helene was, and especially in the Damascus community. Families were shattered, homes were shattered, infrastructure was shattered. It was, truly, the day after the rain, after the floods came through, it was a mess. Helene affected our students, it affected our community, it affected our staff. One of our staff members, Buffy Milhorn, who's also in this room today, lives in Taylor's Valley. And one of the streams in Taylor's Valley got so high that the stream changed course and was going through the middle of her living room. Really, right dead square through the middle of her living room. And you know, a lot of folks from Washington County Public Schools decided that we were going to go help the community. This group of men actually went up to where Buffy was. They saw the stream going through the middle of her living room, and they could have just wrung their hands and said, oh my, what a mess. But they didn't. They got their shovels, they got their tools, and they started digging away, and they rechanged the direction of that stream, got the stream out of the middle of that house so that Miss Milhorn and her family could get their lives started back and get some type of normalcy. So let's put our hands together. For them for doing that. Miss Milhorn especially is thankful back there. But you may be asking, why are you recognizing them for making a mistake? That sounds like the right thing to do. Well, evidently, it's illegal to redirect a stream. I got a phone call saying, hey, y'all back off up there, y'all back off. But Miss Milhorn will tell you, if she found out who reported that, she would like to have a conversation with them because, absolutely. And so these guys definitely rolled up their sleeves and didn't wring their hands, and that's what makes them Coffee Bean employees. But I'd also like to ask Miss Laura Kaiser to come up to the stage. Miss Kaiser. Well, Miss Kaiser, she teaches special education here at Abingdon High School. You know, many of her students don't have the opportunity to participate and compete in the same way that other students do. You know, she could have also wrung her hands and just said, oh, woe is me, woe is them, and not done anything about it, but she didn't. She rolled up her sleeves, and with a lot of her colleagues that she is very quick to acknowledge, they decided they were going to do something about it. And so they created a unified sports team right here at Abingdon High School so her students and other students across our division could compete in a different way than they had with Special Olympics. So this past spring, we had a huge cornhole competition where her students and non-disabled students were standing side by side, competing together. They also had a track events where those students were competing together, and we did it in front of a stadium full at Falcon Stadium, and it meant the world, not only to her students, but the students who worked alongside her. And so for that, Laura Kaiser is a Coffee Bean employee. Yeah, y'all can leave now. So, Coffee Bean employees are also thermostats, not thermometers. Coffee Bean employees change the temperature in the room instead of just taking the temperature in the room. And so I'd like to ask three people to come up to the, well, actually, I'll just start out. Miss Tanya Odell, if you would please come to the stage at John Battle. I think you're at John Battle with the elementary folks. Miss Odell is definitely an example of being a thermostat and not a thermometer. If you don't know Miss Odell, you ought to get to know her. She has an incredibly empathetic heart, especially towards students who struggle with anxiety. As a matter of fact, at Watauga Elementary School, she identified more than 20 students who struggle with anxiety, and on her own decided that she was going to personally check in with every one of those students every day before she even started her planning time. Now you notice I said check in and not check on. She's checking in on those students to make sure that they're ready for their day. She's dealing with those students in an empathetic way, proactively, number one, so to make sure that the kids are okay, but number two, to make sure that they're not dealing with other issues throughout the course of the day. And because of that, she is actually changing the temperature for those students in Watauga Elementary School instead of just taking the temperature. Let's put your hands together for Tanya Odell. And then I would like to ask here at Abingdon High School for Belinda Wright and Tammy Hurley to join me on the stage. I told them that if they sat too far back in the auditorium, they would have to come in like Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan. But anyway, both of these ladies work in our school nutrition department. Belinda, who's walking up here now, works at Meadowview Elementary School, and this is what her principal told me about her. Belinda is a dedicated cafeteria worker and is a true coffee bean. Every morning to start the day and at lunch, she greets students with a warm smile, no matter how busy or rushed things get. And if you've been in a school cafeteria, it gets pretty busy. She takes the time to make each child feel seen and cared for, spreading kindness with every tray that she serves. Belinda never lets a child go without or feel hungry, making sure that every student starts their day with a full belly and a full heart. Her quiet strength and compassion help create a school where every child knows that they matter. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you very much. And so then, also last spring, we get a call at Central Services, and believe it or not, it was a positive phone call. It wasn't a complaint. We received a phone call from a parent who just wanted to say thank you. Her daughter had been having a tough time. She didn't feel like that she had any friends and didn't want to go to school. But then she met Miss Hurley, one of our dedicated cafeteria team members at Abingdon High School. The student told her mom that Miss Hurley would talk to her and listen no matter what she wanted to say. These weren't long conversations, mind you, just small moments, especially during the after-school supper program, but they made a difference. Over time, the student's feeling about schools began to shift. She started to look forward to coming because she knew Miss Hurley would be there. What started as a simple kindness helped this student feel a little more comfortable, a little more connected. Miss Hurley may not have realized it in the moment, but her willingness to listen and care helped brighten one student's school experience, and that is definitely worth celebrating. All right. We're rounding third and heading for homes. For those of you at John Battle, you're probably still comfortable. Everywhere else, we're almost there. So Coffee Bean employees, they affect instead of infect. Just like the three ladies that we just mentioned, every time we walk in a room, the room changes. It either changes for the better or it changes for the worse. Personally, when I walk into the room, I hope it gets better. I hope to have a positive affect, and I definitely do not want to infect the room with something negative. For those of you who are positively affecting your classrooms, your teacher workrooms, the office, the bus, the cafeteria, thank you. Please continue to do so. And for those of you who may not be doing that and are potentially infecting the environments as you go in, you have an opportunity to change in this upcoming school year, and I encourage you to do so. Finally, Coffee Bean employees you got to have the slide. Coffee Bean employees overbelieve and never give up, especially on a kid. At this time, I would like to ask Kenny Shadley, he's at Patrick Henry today, to head up to the stage with Scott Allen. You know, you may or may not know this, but both Scott Allen and I, we started our teaching careers in a classroom that was specifically designed for students with severe behavior issues. These students' behaviors were the worst of the worst. Now, keep in mind what I just said. The students' behaviors were the worst of the worst. The students were certainly not, but their behaviors absolutely were. One of those students, who just happens to be Kenny Shadley, came to us straight from being in a state-ran, court-ordered wilderness program for 18 months. Mr. Shadley, Officer Shadley, also spent time at Highlands Juvenile Detention Center and at Beaumont and Natural Bridge, which serve as the Commonwealth's prisons for juveniles, 8 months in one and 4 months in the other. It would have been easy for Dr. Allen and Kathy Baldwin, who some of you may remember, who was also a teacher in our division at the time, to just give up on Kenny as a lost cause. But they didn't. They both loved him, they counseled him, they encouraged him, and they helped him work through the hard times when he was having them. Their influence, along with the responsibility of becoming a dad, impacted Kenny Shadley enough that he completely turned his life around. Kenny, as you can see, is now a law enforcement officer for the city of Bristol, Virginia, where he was recently recognized for saving a life by administering Narcan and CPR multiple times and then staying with and encouraging the person until EMS arrived. He also said he kept the person listening and awake by helping him sing his ABC. So even his elementary teachers had an impact on him. Kenny was proud to tell me that he now serves on the crisis intervention team for the Bristol, Virginia Police Department, where he is able to share his life experiences with folks who are in the midst of trauma and crisis. But he was even prouder to tell me that his son Landon is a 4.0 student at Patrick Henry High School right now. This goes to show you that the impact of a teacher who overbelieves in students and never gives up can have a generational impact. Dr. Allen, Coach Allen, as Kenny likes to call him, Kathy Baldwin, they had an impact on Kenny, absolutely. But that impact is still being felt 20-some years later through Kenny's child, who is did I say that? Did y'all hear that? He is a young man who spent 18 months in a wilderness program, 8 months in one state prison for juveniles, 4 months in another state prison for juveniles, is now a life-saving police officer for the city of Bristol, Virginia, and his son is a 4.0 student at Patrick Henry High School. That, my friends, is the impact that you can have on the students in your class each and every day. Put your hands together for Dr. Allen and for Kenny Shadwick. If you don't believe that working in public education is a calling, shame on you, because it is. We have these opportunities, whether we take them or not is the difference. That determines whether you're a boiled egg or a mashed potato or a coffee bean. You know, you're going to take kids on a field trip to Virginia Tech where you also might be on a whitewater rafting ride or climbing a mountain, and the crate, they're going to walk on a grate in front of a building, and all the kids are going to fall down into it. That wasn't part of the plan. But we had teachers at all levels who had that experience this summer, and they also answered the bell as well. They stepped up and took care of those kids in what was a traumatic experience for everybody. But they were there, and you're going to have those experiences too. The difference is, how do you deal with them? My challenge to everybody in Washington County Public Schools, whether it's one of our wonderful cafeteria ladies, one of our amazing custodians, one of our phenomenal bus drivers, or one of our teachers or administrators who deal with students in a very personal way each and every day, is let's change the water. Let's not let the water change us. So for the school year 25 and 26, Washington County Public Schools, I challenge all of you, all of us, to be coffee bean employees. Thank you very much. We're going to get you out of here early for Convocation. I hope you have an awesome year. If I can be any of assistance to you at all throughout the course of the year, let me know. God bless. Thank you.